welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to do a quick get ready with me. I'm about ready to take my daughter to her dermatology appointment. So I'm just doing a quick little get ready. Go ahead and grab your L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. I use the shade Soft Ivory. And I'm going to apply that with my Morphe M439 face brush. This brush is amazing. It really gets all over coverage. And boy, do I need to clean this thing. I haven't cleaned my brushes in quite some time. Make sure you do clean your brushes because you can get a lot of acne on your face and blemishes if you do not clean your brushes. So just a little helpful tip there. So I'm just rubbing this all over my face. We're getting on the eyes too to use as a concealer base for when we do our eyeshadows. Just go ahead and wipe that in circular motions all over your face. Get on top of that forehead there. I am afterwards going to go ahead and put a little bit on my neck. This just kind of helps blend that shadow down into your neck. Sometimes, or most of the time, you want to match your foundation to your neck color so you can see that that matches. Sometimes your face can be a little lighter than your neck, but you always want to match your neck. So now we're going to go on and we're going to do our concealer. I am using the Maybelline Master Fix concealer in the shade Fair. And I'm just applying this with my both ring fingers. So go ahead and dab those on both sides. And you'll draw that triangle shape under your eyes there. This is going to help cover those dark circles. You mamas know that. I feel like I have crazy dark circles with my lack of sleep with my little one. She likes to keep me awake quite often. So go ahead and get that all over there. I do like to touch a few other areas. So we're doing it right on the top of the forehead there, straight down the middle of your nose, and then right there on the chin. This is just going to really help highlight all the key features of your face. So once this is all put in, you're going to want to grab your Maybelline Master Fix Loose Setting Powder. So I am going to go ahead and set that concealer with a Sephora angled brush. There I go, wiping my hands off with my daughter's burp cloth. But there's that Master Fix concealer. Go ahead and put this all over where you put the liquid concealer. So what this is, it's a translucent powder. You're going to put that right on top of that concealer with that Sephora brush. And this is going to help set this in place. It really makes it stay there. So go ahead and dab that around there. Get it all pressed in to your liquid concealer. So with this, when you are setting your liquid concealer, you are going to want to use a translucent powder or a pressed powder that is the same or lighter shade as the liquid concealer that you had. If you use anything that's darker, it's just going to totally defeat the purpose of that liquid concealer that you put on. You really want that area to be bright. So you want to set it with either a translucent, something that's see-through, or like I said, get something the same or a little lighter in a pressed powder and press all that product in there. When you do this, that's going to help the concealer stay in all day long, and you want that. You don't want that like cakiness or it to crease or anything underneath your eyes. It's very important to do this step. So next, we are going to bronze/contour our face with the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer, and this is in the shade Sunlight. I am grabbing just a contour blush brush, and this was purchased at Walgreens. It's one of their e.l.f. Cosmetics brushes. And just go ahead, you'll start by brushing this onto your cheeks and kind of bringing it up around to your forehead. The reason you want to do this is to really accentuate your face and bring that highlight in the contour in. So when you are contouring and highlighting your face, let me just kind of give you a hint of what's going on here. So when you highlight, you're trying to really brighten and show off those features when you're highlighting. When you're contouring, you're trying to get your face to look as skinny as possible. This is the best trick ever from the makeup industry, but it's amazing. And just here in a second, I'm going to show you how to contour your nose. But what this really does is it just brings all your features inward and it makes you look like you have a really skinny face. It's amazing. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to take the brush that I normally use for my inner corner highlight. This brush is from Morphe. It's the ME36. And I'm just going to grab that and dab it back into the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer. And what you want to do, so this brush is actually amazing for this. See how small that is there? So this is just going to contour the nose area, and you want to take that bronzer, you're going to dab it there, and you're just going to put it on the corners of your nose. Wipe that all the way down, and then you're going to put it right on the tip of your nose. So it looks a little funny at first, but trust me, it's going to look really good once we highlight that center of the nose. This is a great trick for a lot of girls. If you have like bigger wide set noses, this really helps. Me personally, I have a long, skinny, big nose. So I really don't need to contour my nose, but if you can see it all put together, it actually looks really good. It just makes you look like you have a nice bronze nose there. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and move on. Our next step is going to be highlighting our face. So I actually forgot my highlight palette while I was doing this video, but I went ahead and just grabbed the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I grabbed the shade Sissy to use as our blush. So I just went back and I grabbed the blush and contour brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and we are obviously using the blush side. Go ahead and just apply that to the same area that you applied the bronzer. You're just putting this on top of that bronzer. And go ahead and when you smile, those tips of your cheeks, when you smile is where you're gonna really wanna get that blush. It's gonna help it look really amazing. So look at that. You don't even need to have a blush palette. You just compromise and you use eyeshadows, and it works just fine. Seriously, with makeup, you can just use any type of product and you can put it anywhere on your face. It's wonderful. So next, let's go ahead and highlight that face, girl. We are going to be using the Becca Cosmetics highlight, and this is in the shade Champagne Pop. We are going to apply that with the Morphe M439 highlighting brush, and you just basically dab it in there. Look at that highlight. Dab it in there, and you'll just put it on the tips of your cheekbones there. I also like to apply this to my chin, my Cupid's bow, and right down the center of my nose. So these are the areas that you want to highlight to really accentuate your face. Highlighting just makes your face just sparkle and glow, and it looks beautiful. So this face actually looks very sun-kissed, and it's great for a summer look. So next, since we are all done the face, let's go do the eyes. And today, again, we are going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe Cosmetics. We are going to start out with our crease. This is what I always start out with. And I'm going to grab this Sephora Fluffy brush, and we are going to grab the shade Silk Creme out of the palette. Just go ahead and dab it on there, and we are going to apply this into our crease. So, like I said before, you just go back and forth in windshield wiper motions, and then you go ahead and kind of just buff that all out. This will go in your crease and just a little bit on the lid. Like I said in my previous videos, it looks gorgeous to have this brown transition color on your eyes. So I like to always start with this, and then I always move to my lid and my outer corner afterwards. So today we're going to use the 3 eyeshadows. All right, so once that's all applied there we go. We are going to grab another brush here. This is the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, just called e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, and we'll use that on the lid. So we're going to go back to our Jaclyn Hill palette, and we're grabbing, this is the shade Queen. So it's kind of a shimmery brown, I'd say a shimmery soft brown color. It's really pretty. And we're going to just go ahead and dab this all in the center of our eyelids right there. Just go ahead and wipe that back and forth. Grab a little bit more product. Now, you can apply Morphe setting spray or any type of setting spray that you use onto your brush prior to applying any glittery shadows, and it's really going to help make that glitter or that sparkle pop. So that's just an extra trick that I have learned. So once you get this all applied on, we're going to go ahead and go to our outer corner. And to do the outer corner, we are going to use the e.l.f. Defining Eye Brush. There we go there. It's got a little angle to it. And we are going to grab the color Roxanne. This color is absolutely gorgeous. If I could put this all over my lid, I totally would. So go ahead and apply that to the outer corner of your eyelid there. Rub it back and forth. If you need a little more product, go ahead and apply that if so. So with eye looks like this, it's really good to do a really dark color on the outer corner. It's just gonna draw everything in. So yeah, you can get a little messy there on the corner, but you can already see it's just making that just really pop. All right, so we're just going back and forth, getting that outer corner. Oh, that looks amazing. All right, so once we have this completed, okay, so once this look is all complete, we're gonna move on and do our liquid eyeliner. All right, there it is. So we are gonna get rid of the Jaclyn Hill palette now. Oh, so sad, but don't worry, we'll do many more colors with it. All right, so go ahead, we're gonna grab the L'Oreal Carbon Black Liquid Liner, and we're just gonna apply that on the tops of our eyes there. Now, like I've said before, I really suck at doing winged eyeliner. So when I do my eyeliner, I only do it just on the, right by my eyelashes. And I don't do a wing, I just stop right at that corner there. Kind of just circles out the eyes. Now you wanna make sure you have a steady hand with this so you don't get eyeliner all over the place. The key is to not get such thick eyeliner on. You want it to be really thin and really subtle. So that's all we're doing right now, just making a real thin line. All right, and just check that out, make sure it looks okay for you. And now we're gonna move on and do our eyelashes. So go ahead and grab that L'Oreal Voluminous Waterproof Mascara. This is in the shade Blackest. So when you're doing your mascara, always use a mirror that is close up. It's really gonna help you focus on what you're doing. When I do my mascara, I have to do a bunch of coats, but what I do is I start out with one coat on one eye, you'll move on to the other eye and do another coat, and then you just kind of go back and forth. This just helps let it dry, and then you can put more product on. If you try and apply when it's wet, it gets harder to get more and more product on there. So like I said, here we go. We're gonna just move on over to the other eye, get a bunch of that product on there, and then we'll move right back over. I am insanely jealous of those girls who have long, beautiful lashes naturally. But unfortunately, for those of us who do not, you have to do these type of tricks to try and get some nice, big, voluminous eyelashes. I know a lot of people use, I think it's called Lash Boost Serum from Rodan & Fields. There's a bunch of different people that have these serums that'll help grow your eyelashes. I've been wanting to try them out, but I also really love, people get those like eyelash extensions that are just gorgeous. Oh, okay, so here we go. We're gonna be doing the bottom lash line. A lot of people don't like to do their lashes on the bottom, but I just think it really helps the look pop. Gives it a little bit more darkness. But anyway, yeah, people get those false lashes that they like implant them in. Oh my God, they're so gorgeous, but they are so expensive. But anyway, maybe one day we can afford those. All right, so next, let's go ahead and do our brows. We're gonna be doing the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is called the Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Soft Brown. And when I go to do my brows, I use an e.l.f. small angled brush. This just helps make it really precise. And when I go to do my brows, I start with the bottom. So when you get to the bottom, I just try and make a straight line across. Well, let's not say straight. It needs to be a little arched. And you're gonna make a nice long tail there. This is just helping to accentuate your natural brows. But the key is your brow, you want it to be kind of squared up in the front and then it curves and arches over. It looks the best when you can get your brows, see the inner corner of your eye, you want the beginning of your brow to start at that inner corner of your eye and you want it to end at that outer corner of your eye. So you can kind of see when I'm doing my brows, that's exactly what I'm doing. That is the length that you want your brows to be, and you want it to be in that squared to arch shape. So now we're gonna go ahead and go to the other side and try and match that. Sometimes it's really hard to get your brows to match, but just try your best. And when you come into that corner that is closest to the inner corner of your eye, you're just going to want to flick that Dipbrow pomade, flick it up to make that look a little more natural. When you're doing the outer corner of your eyebrows down into the tail, you want that darker. So you want to put a lot of product right there. Perfect, just like that. And then when you go ahead and go back to the inner corner of your eyebrow, flick that out to make it look a little bit more natural. I love that girls are doing that microblading with their eyebrows because they're actually getting them shaped how they should be shaped properly. All right, so now that our eyebrows are done, we'll go ahead and finish that out. And I'm going to grab, we're gonna do our waterline. And for that, I am going to grab, this is the Maybelline Eye Studio in the shade Blackest Black. And we're gonna grab a different e.l.f. small angled brush. This is a different one that's specific for my waterline eyeliner. And when you go ahead and do this, go ahead and start at the outer corner of your eye, pull your eye down, and you're gonna put this on your waterline. You don't wanna bring this color all the way to the inner corner, just outer corner to the middle. There you go. It makes a good pop. If you put it all the way in, it kind of makes your eyes look a little squinted, and you don't want that. You want this look to open your eyes. So once again, we're starting the outer corner, right over the middle, and we're leaving that inner corner open. Okay, so now that that is all done, your face and your eye makeup is all complete. So I'm just going to grab some plain old chapstick, grab any kind of chapstick that you have, rub that all over your lips there. I go ahead and do this just to prep for my lipstick. And now just, you know, I forgot to do that inner corner highlight. So I'm going to be grabbing the Jaclyn Hill palette again, and I'm grabbing the shade Beam out of her palette. And we're going to go ahead and grab that blush, or the brush ME36 from Morphe. And we're going to get that right on the center, put that right in the inner corner of the eye. This is making that doe-eyed look that I told you I love so much. Just really makes your eyes look super feminine. Okay, so now that I remembered to do that, we're all done. We are going to go ahead and grab some lipstick. So I am grabbing the Morphe Cream lip polish. This is in the shade Ransom. I love their lip polishes. It kind of reminds me of just doing your makeup back in the day. Having that stuff that kind of just squeezes out there. So just go ahead and rub it around. Pop your lips together. There you go. Clean up the edges. All right, and that is it. That is the look. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any comments or suggestions or just want to chit chat, go ahead and leave them down into my comment section, and go ahead and go to my Instagram and follow me, Classy Beauty Rebel. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great day. Bye.